your own members of parliament. Most of the time, mara nyingi, we think about ourselves. Lakini Mheshimiwa Umar Mohamed, ambaye ni host wetu siku ya leo, her first thought was Garissa. Na sijui kama mnaelewa ya kwamba mko na kiongozi ambaye ako na ile what is the word?
She said the family support, Sometimes here, if you're even married from a different tribe, you will not be voted. They will say that she's married to to a man who is not from this family, you know? So tribal-wise also, tuko na hizo aspects that sometimes they make women
ourselves, that women can create change within our society, isn't it? Because the patriarchal society, Mheshimiwa Hakar mentioned, is what we have been brought up with. Since kuzaliwa, usifuate msichana, atakumislead, si ndio? That notion is still in our minds. That, to the extent we don't believe that we can create change within ourselves and for the greater good of our communities.
He has to go first. We have to wake up early in the morning, make breakfast, fagia inzi, after that you go. So we were a bit being pulled down by the society. Just you kuogopa tu, but how the world is going and how things are changing, itausheka. My daughter will be more stronger than me.
Tutamshinda huyu mwanaume, because we know everybody else will go for that man kabla hawajakuja kwa mama,
because
inatusumbua as a Somali women.
We don't have confidence because my mother hakunipea confidence. Yeah. She didn't.
You know, tunadharauliwa na wanaume. Wanaume hawataki mwanamke aende daktari, kwa MD, siku ingine Msomali anaambiwa saa ngapi mwanamke amejifungua tunaenda kupatia kura kwa MD yetu. Shida yote ni mwanaume.
Women lagging behind and men are being given the priority. No, we are all mothers, most of us in this house now. And we have daughters and sons, and we're trying to bring everybody up. Further to that, there's something about negotiated democracy. I have a second home county in Nigeria. One of them was picked through negotiated democracy. There was no man seated in that gate proposing harm. So we are also coming there. Rome was not built in a day. We are all coming up with that. We got into the power, now what they call absolute power corrupts absolute. There's that factor that is also hindering us, Muslims, because some of us, when we go up there, we get exposed with the big opportunity, and then we end up with few things here and there.
Okay. Explain what happens to us when we get to
There's this perception, we are Muslims in this part of the Kenya. So Islam dictates that women mostly are supposed to be at home. Are we together? So with exposure, the women leaders came. We end up neglecting a lot of things. Some of us even end up breaking their house, marriages, everything. So that is also one. That's also
I want to echo what the Mheshimiwa said. As men, we are not impediment to the development of women in this country or all the world. We believe as men that at some aspect or at some point, Muslim women are curtailed, not curtailed in fact, they have been limited by our religion. That is true. That point, you cannot run away from it. They even know. They cannot run away from that. So, we don't refuse. Even if they vie for any position, we will be there supporting them. But so far, the last election was 2022. We have not seen any woman, other than the women representative, asking for a position.
Why?
Because I don't think if they were interested. We were there supporting them. For example, I voted for a women representative position. Sijasema huyu ni mwanamke awacha nimtoe, hapana. I voted, I casted that vote. So I believe what Mheshimiwa said is the truth and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Contested, Ijara constituency, she have contested, and she was not voted for. She was not elected. The first time she was elected. The first time she was elected. The second time, she was not. You know what he said? He said he has not seen a woman who contested. So many women contested. There's another woman MP who contested last time, and she was not given the vote.
I was talking about.
Saleh. I'm from Ijara. We respect women. Sorry, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I'm Honorable Salah. I'm from Ijara. We respect much in our area women as our mothers, our sisters, and also as our leaders. I think this time we were the first constituency to elect a woman as a leader, as an MP, and we are very proud of it. When they normally contest, we vote for them. There is that perspective of mbunge wenu kama ni mbunge, tuseme amechaguliwa ni MP. Akaenda kujifungua mtasemaje mbunge wetu ameenda kujifungua? There is that perspective. There is that mentality. But you know that is not ours. That's not ours. You know there's I have a request first. I don't want them to be heckle me. I just want to touch on a few issues about women leadership in Garissa. First, the politics in Garissa actually works in negotiated democracy. When it comes to politics, usually families and the clans arithmetics works. In place I come from, I'm generalizing in Garissa, but let me just go into the place I come from. In Ijara, I will just set you two examples there. We have actually two political candidates in seat for women representative. There was someone who was spoken earlier before, and she was saying, we are united. Contrary to that, they are not united first.
Who?
Women, right?
Women are not united?
Yes. When they have two political leaders, actually two candidates, it is their responsibility to sit down, to negotiate, and to pick one. Instead, they follow family political arithmetics, where this family pick a political leader, the other one pick a political leader, which obviously they know that they won't get by the end of the day, right? Secondly, there was a gender bias in women leadership, that community expectations, that we always expect when we give votes to a woman, that she will underperform, right?
Do we expect you to underperform?
Underperform, actually. Whenever we want to give them votes, whenever we want the community to perceive them, they underperform.
They underperform?
Exactly. Community perceive like that.
We have Mheshimiwa Misindio. Ndani ya bunge, people don't call her nominated member of parliament. Anaitwa member of parliament. Mko mpaka na women representatives, na nimesikia mpaka Pfizer wants to buy. Akienda pale bunge, haitwi women representative, anaitwa county member of from the members, honorable members. Sisi kama wanawake and also the men in the room, how will we support Mheshimiwa Umi? Because she's a woman leader from Garissa. Who else is in this room now elected? They want to buy? What's your name?
Jamila.
Jamila. Yeah. So we're gonna put Honorable Jamila. All right. Nani mwingine? Honorable? Fatuma. So it's Fatuma. TMA. Aya. Aya, spell it.
The way she's helping us, the youth, women representative, be it an MP, we elect her so that she gets budget. Now the office she's holding has no budget.
Lakini mheshimiwa amesema ya kwamba
I think we need to elect her we have seen she's even better than elected leaders who have resources, who have CDF. Wengine wako na CDF, wengine wako na what do you call it? This NGAF, National Government Affirmative Action Fund. So I think we need to elect her into an office that has got funds so that she continue improving the lives of her voters.
So Mheshimiwa,
Yes.
yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So vile amesema kama kuna perception, wewe kama kiongozi wa Garissa.
Community, but ours.
Oh,
Yes. Labda kwao.
Mheshimiwa, amesema ni kweli.
Okay, if you now go round the street, just uende tu uchukue microphone uulizane tu. Umuulize, unajua Honorable Umi anafanya kazi? I'm sure 80% of the people will answer yes because of the work she's doing in the National Assembly.
So ni kazi inaonekana.
Yes. We have seen recently there was kidnappings. Masalani and Garissa. She has fought for those people who were kidnapped. She visited the DCI, she visited the National Police Commissioner. She fought on the floor of the house. We have seen her post on her social media accounts. She was advocating for the release of those young boys who were abducted by what we believe were security agents. So Umi has done a lot, and we believe if she asks for any office, we are there and ready to elect her without any conditions. Bill that I think she drafted, and I think it has attracted the attention of the president. That bill, deaf. Deaf. Sign language. Yes, sign language. That thing has attracted the attention of the president. I think she was called by the president to the State House, and a budget of 100 million was set aside.
How much?
100 million. And there was a proposal in that bill that there will be a board that will be responsible for what we call the deaf, not the sign language board. That because we don't have such a board. So Umi has done quite significant work compared to the elected members of parliament. Yeah.
You know, previously we had Honorable Sophia, if you know her, from Ijara.
Yeah, Sophia Abdul.
Yeah. I think if Sophia will have the leadership skills that Umi have, I think the people of Ijara will have retained her. Because the way Umi is advocating for this society is very one day. Another one about how we can support the youth. The first thing, we have to put aside the tribalism that we have. Because right now, if I have a friend who is contesting, and I have another brother who is contesting, definitely I will vote for my brother. Because there is that tribalism, tribal factor. And also...
Amongst the youth?
Yeah.
No, Mama?
Not only youth.
All
over Northeastern. And we also have to believe in youth leadership.
Okay, believe in youth leadership.
Yeah. That's it.
The government, also the national government, and if we can have an external donors to do the training, capacity building for our girls.
Mheshimiwa, you have to explain something before we delay. Sorry, I was interrupted.
But if we sit down and come up with one person, actually even we can have a governor. For MP, let's say in Garissa constituency, that's religious, to sit down and to come up with one and to support that one so that we can pick Deco and the rest.
Let me ask you, Mheshimiwa.
Yeah.
We have different...
In Islam, that says that. In Somali, they say, Kon Hawen
hogamise we say that, but unfortunately in English it says never will such a people succeed who make women their ruler. This hadith was misinterpreted, misquoted. It was misquoted. Many ulamas and Muslim scholars have interpreted it on a different fashion. Because Islam says women cannot lead in prayers. Yes, we accept you are not in the mosque. But when it comes to leadership, it's very clear. There's a commander. We had women commanders in our religion during the Caliphate. An example is Khawla bint al-Azhar. She was an Arab. She was a leader of Muslim. She was organizing, Islamic, called women together leaders. So unfortunately, that religion issue is a major issue that is lagging women in leadership in Northeastern Province. That's a fact.
That Mheshimiwa Umur Hel wanaona kazi yako ndani ya bunge. You are advocating for the issues of Garissa people and the issue of Kenyans in parliament. Ndani ya in this room kuna mheshimiwa ambaye alisema anakumbuka kazi yako ya sign language level of having discussions with the president as far as discipline is concerned. So anasema ya kwamba wakiangalia hii mjadala ambao umeka bunge ya sign language na vile unaongea ndani ya bunge na vile wewe una ile fund kama affirmative action or CDF, lakini they have said, not myself, they have said ya kwamba wanaona your efforts in bringing community initiatives na wewe mwenyewe umejitolea kuongea na donors na other partners to have financial support in issues surrounding Garissa County and the women and youth of Garissa County. So all those issues, wanasema ile perception we don't vote women because so far so good. Vijana wamesema ya kwamba in advancing youth leadership, kuna ile element ya putting tribalism aside among their people. Na wamesema ya kwamba lazima wao wenyewe and even for us as a community in Garissa, we must be leading youth leadership for us to have change. Hii ya negotiated democracy sasa ndipo tumespend a lot of time. Because tumesema ya kwamba if this is an issue, kuna wale wanasema ya kwamba negotiated democracy iliwapatia viongozi in the last election. There was a lady who said in Wajir, kuna yule ambayo through the process aliweza kupata kiti ya MCA in Wajir County. Lakini kuna wale bado wanasema there were two ladies who got nominated. Elected. So tumejiuliza swali, if our culture inadwell sana na negotiated democracy, then how do we find ourselves being involved? Na wamesema ya kwamba unaanzia, we have to begin from where those discussions are held. So engaging elders as early as now, involves the cultural leaders, religious leaders. There was a word she was using, the sultan, so that the kings of Islam.
She had a very vibrant foundation for yes.
Kulingana na cultures this region, yes. You want to show the people, these elders, these religious leaders, and even your clan kings, yes, that you're just as good
to head to the parliament. At that time, I think she would have gone up against our late Mzee in 2007. So in Somali, they said when we are asked in the event of a maternity situation for the member of parliament, and it was a comical thing, but it finished her. When they asked us who is
there was another
yes, somebody said yeah. So walisema wakiulizwa kama mimi sasa mheshimiwa wenu wako wapi? Atasema mheshimiwa kwa maternity. But now when you say it in Somali, it's very accurate. It's really bad. That honestly finished her. So but she fought so hard in the national politics. And in fact, myself, I draw my inspiration from her in so many angles. She fought at the national level. There was a big wave via ODM in 2007, if you remember. So when the parties came together, she was so visible that nobody could deny her the seat. When the nominated slots were brought and one position came for nomadic, it was automatically Honorable Sophia because she was there at the time, she was very visible, she had contested for office. Those days, you could contest, lose, and then still get to parliament. So that's how she came in as nominated 2007 until 2013. And like at that time when the new constitution came, people were confused. The governor's seat was thought to be a small seat. People thought Senate is where the resources are. And a lot of political elites went for the Senate. The likes of Bilokero, Honorable Farah, who ran for Senate. They didn't understand the dynamics. Honorable Sophia, interestingly, did not go for the women's seat. She contested for constituency. And she did not lose. She was rigged out because of the dynamics of the political situation. I think she lost by a difference of 400 votes. Okay. 2013. So she was out of politics until 17, where she ran again and became the woman. So when we look at the curve and the journey of women in political spaces, our county Garissa, we have a key example. So even stuff like saying women can't make it, women can't do it, already she opened the path for us. So the only thing we are struggling is here. He negotiated, that's a table where women cannot access because it's a men thing. I think the last 2 weeks, last month, I've been doing a tour, and this is what I was doing. Familiarizing myself with the elders. That's it. It's a very key component in this CSI. I had to go to, and every clan has a sultan. Every clan, not just one. So if you're someone who's coming up as the face of the county, and you just go to your clan, then you're limiting yourself. So you need to get blessings. For men, it's easy because they interact with these men in the mosque. They interact when they are doing community problems, but where do women interact with the elders? That's a challenge we have. In our political, for example, if you know you're running for office now, what are the channels you're using? You won't get straight endorsement from the elders, it won't happen. But you can use media in other platforms. For example, if there are leadership programs, it can open the doors for you. If you are able to have serious community projects, it can open a door for you. Unfortunately for us women, we have to use a longer route to get there, but we have to get there. So for me, my experience as Umi, this is what helped me. The media program that we did familiarized me with the local community as well as the national plan. So my political endorsement came automatically.
Took on a young person from Kesho Alliance, and we want him to come and take us through the next session for 20 minutes. Tumeongeza na kuhusu women leadership. But also in Garissa, we also have a very active youth movement. And so we want to talk about the challenges that affect the youth leadership in Garissa County, and also the solutions. We can engage to ensure that the youth leadership in Garissa equal. And so I felt that the person who can best do it is a local youth, because they've got a language, they've got an engagement. So let's welcome Mheshimiwa.
I think that's ideal enough. Is there another youth CBO in the room?
There is one clip I remember. When I remember I see her, or it always comes into my mind. Ile clip ke nika ibanaka hata uso tu. Hai halida nika waska ana That is always clicks back. We are talking about women leadership. We are with her in parliament, a very strong advocate of women issues. You know, most of the things you don't see on social media or TV, there's a lot of talk in that house. Anytime she gets a chance, she talks. By the way, there is no something you'll be given for on a silver platter. Some of these things you must fight. Another Somalia Dana, because of Dakan and our religion, most of our women are. There are people who don't want to vote for women representatives in this community. And those men are your men, and are your brothers, your sons. So there is an opportunity. There is always, a woman is a leader. naturally. She's just naturally. You don't have to be elected. In the houses we are in, who leads that house, to be honest? A woman leads the house. The kids can so career or nagadigo men of the men you're talking about who brought you to we get the men. She just comes in, walks in, and immediately the way things are pang. So that itself is leadership. So we appreciate your role. You are our sisters. You are a mother to a man. You are a sister to a man. You are a friend to a man. You are a wife to a man. Time bado tuta inshallah.
Unfortunately, imagine just to say hi to you. This morning I've been defending, so not be misused. One other thing about women, let's be women keepers. Ourselves, we should keep ourselves. We should be our sisters keepers. If you see me doing some sort of some good thing.
The other women leaders, Sisi or Mama. You know, so we need to have the back of our sister. Other time she's not doing anything. We need to have her back. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is we need to be their backbone, we need to be their support group. And then if you see, like the way we were talking here about the misuse of social media, please don't misuse the youth and the women, especially the women. Please don't ever abuse your fellow women. Because if you abuse your fellow women, you are just abusing yourself. And kama sisi wa mama tunataka kufika mbali, lazima we have to build those who are in leadership right now. So that next time that kama ukiona, you know, you have that respect. If you see someone who is doing good, you know, at least, but if you cannot even praise them, yeah, just keep quiet. Don't keep on tusitukanane. Kiona Fatuma Hakara anasimamia gavana, msiseme halikuwa anafanya, msiritukane. Sasa I'm the first woman. Yeah. So msiseme na tusimamishe tribalism tafadhali. Tusimamishe tribe kabisa. Mambo ya ukabila inatuharibu kabisa. You know, that's the biggest challenge we have in Garissa, especially in our Somali community, is tribe. So tusimamisha hiyo tribe, tukiona huyu mtu that this person is doing good for us, tusiangalie tribe yake. Let us just support that person. First job is nominated MCA. So we need that capacity building, you know. And the other thing, ile kitu nimesahau kabisa is, why do we have to beat the drum for a man for us to get the nominated seat?
For example, we have issues with the current high taxes in the country. For example, the recent siku hizo umeongeza hata yes, nilikuwa nasema even these days I have seen the government is doing a lot of they are taxing us more and more and more. So Mheshimiwa Mulkhair should also take the floor of the house and address the issue of high taxes. We have seen hata kwa kitambulisho sasa ambaye zamani ilikuwa free, sasa wameweka 2000, ukipoteza sasa ni 2000. So we encourage her to do more. She's doing good. That is it. Thank you.
You have the energy, you have the courage, you have the skills and leadership. I'm proud of you, to be sincere. And I wish that at least we have 5 or 6 MPs from Garissa of your caliber. Garissa County could have gone far. And my message to you is, please, I don't want you to vie for women. I want you to vie for MP. I just want you to vie for MP. Because the courage you have in implementing some of these activities, you're talking for the voiceless. You're representing the community where it's a male-dominated, you know, it's dominated by men. Our voice is low. And through your representation, you give us, you know, the confidence of even vying. Because I'm an aspirant from family constituency, 2027. And you give me the you know, that courage to come out boldly and vie for that. So my request is, please, can you vie for the MP that
next potential MCA Galbet World. Also congratulate Honorable Lumi for the good work she's doing in terms of legislation and also in oversight. We are ready to endorse you come 2027 for any seat, inshallah, come 2027.
I really appreciate to have this special occasion. First, I would like to appreciate Honorable Lumi. I'm from Ijara, and she has stand with us some months ago, where government has abducted one of our youth, several youth. Omi has followed up to an extent that the voice has been released. We thank you. Matters politics, we have endorsed earlier, even before she says she wants to buy. We want her to continue her with her ruthless effort. As Ijara youth, we are fully behind her. And we also, I just want to add about women leadership. If for Garissa, if we will be having a consensus and a great women leaders, we need to have you leaders, a candidate. You need to have a negotiation and talk, pick one candidate. If you are from Ijara, Fafi, at least let have two strong candidates competing for that seat, right? We don't have our brothers forwarding a candidate south, another candidate. By the end of the day, someone who is not even don't have a leadership.
Alafu mheshimiwa Mukera na MB hiyo hata huma leo sitaki arudie hiyo mambo. Enda gava. Baka sisi wanawake ndio tunapigana kura sio? Hakuna haja tungojewa pengine. Anaga discussion no, anaenda kusomana kuna hadhara. Ada discussion no, isgarab sama. Meru angari karna. So ya نقفنا استخير نتعامل بالعام no. مقارنة
because I don't want to disclose it, but with Ummi, once she came into the leadership space, she, you know, deconstructed a lot of things that entailed leadership from Garissa. I'll take Garissa because I'm from Garissa as well. One of the things that she's done is she has surpassed other elected leaders and has shown the courage that she has as a youth leader to represent her people. Another thing she's done is there's this internalized misogyny. When people talk about, you know, women bringing other women down, women not being women champions, and that being the reason why we're not doing so well in politics. Ummi has really deconstructed that. She holds all of our hands. She comes to us when she wants to do things. I can confidently say that we're part of her inner circle, and you know she comes to the community and to fellow women before she makes a female governor from Northeastern.
Today, I want to send message to the other elected leaders who represent us in the. We want them to emulate or borrow a leaf from the like of Khair.
Wow.
Khair has distinguished herself from all these leaders, and she has shown her inborn quality of leadership because she is a nominated MP, but she takes an overhaul in county leadership, and she stands with us. When somebody is abducted, she speaks for the voice of the abducted. When people are affected by the flood, she speaks for the flood. When people are misrepresented, she speaks for their right. So we want Khair to endeavor in all her political agenda to the highest height she wills. So we will stand with her. And I believe in this room, we come from different walk of life and we come from different tribes. But what I want to put across is, we want to go on one board. This girl is a leader and I beg you not to lose her. We will support her in all our endeavor. Thank you.
Paraphrase the idea of
also Kewopa, Madam Umi, I first want to congratulate you for the work you're doing. Hata kama hatukuwa tunakujua, we know your parents. I'm a good friend to your father and your mother. Saadia is a good friend of mine. If you go back and ask her, she will tell you a lot about me. I'm the one who opened her bank account. She will tell you. I will not forget that. I introduced her to banking. Pesa ile ya kuweka chini ya kitanda ya mzee nilisema bana maidia. Hiyo tutafungua account. Thank you. But I have one thing to say today. We really appreciate. Sinilisema nikisimama kuna kuongea. I have one message for you. First, I have said thank you, and that we know what you are doing. We appreciate. Sisi hatukuchagua. You got your nomination through your own efforts, but we can see what you are doing, and we are happy about it. We are proud of you. The second thing, we want you to take this message back. Garissa County, or the larger Northeastern, 60 plus down the line, we're still talking of marginalization. True or false? I happen to be doing water tracking during the drought, and what I saw, women, very vulnerable, children. Yeah, when I take one trip of water, they will even cry. I saw children who did not take water for 2 days in Garissa County. However, there is a time I was doing Balambala, Fafi, and I saw, I know what I saw. So kindly, this is my message. And again, I happen to right now, doing the floods, the people affected by floods. I'm also achieving. I want you, Umi, I have seen that leadership in you. I want you to go back. Wachana na hiyo mambo ya nani ya party. I want you to go, call people together, the elected, tell them, what can we do? Now, bila inanyesha, hiyo maji inaenda west. And tomorrow, drought tu ikianza, watu watajaa kwa ofisi yangu. I will start water tracking again. Unaona? I'm the sub-county administrator, so niliwaambia. Yes. Yeah. So, mimi nafanyanga water tracking pia. So I am so close to those people. I know what is happening on the ground. People are really suffering. When you go back to parliament, the way we've seen a lot of leadership qualities in you, kindly go, bring these people together. Even if it is just one dam, one mega dam, only one. People will even think I'm looking for personal things. But when you go as a group, leaders again, not a group, leaders, elected, nominated together, to go face the president, he will listen to you, than listening to all of us here. Yes. Kindly go back, bring those people together. Whatever language you use of Somalia, Inshallah, I'm just watching that next for me sitaki elections. Hii mambo ya kutuzi mimi sipendangi. Sitaki elections mimi nimewaambia. Na msiniite honorable. Msinipatie. Mimi nataka kukufa ndani ya mahakama tuksi hii. Leo
CC for Gender, Culture, Social, Youth and Sports, Garissa County, all protocol observed. And mine is first to thank Allah for giving us this opportunity. And secondly, thank Kewopa for giving our women, youth, the opportunity to be here. And third, Honorable Umi, because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have this opportunity, right? So, my appreciations and gratitude. Secondly, I want to thank all the participants for leaving their busy schedules. I know today was a holiday, India, but everybody left his busy schedules to be here.
So thank you so much, and Mungu tu ndo anaweza walipa. For Keopa, I have a big request. You've had all the challenges we have as women leaders from Garissa County. From Asubuhi, they've been listed down. My only request, and the only one, is when you go back, please find time to come back to Garissa again and again to capacity build our women and youth. Because hiyo tu ndo tunahitaji for now. We really need to tell them this gospel of having women leadership. If we don't do that, we will lose the focus. Everybody was here since morning, right? And we've had all the issues of women being enemies of our own self. Sindio? أنا كم بالسكو كان استمع على سما. How am so kindly, let's stop that fishy fight we always have as women leaders. If I don't support Umi, who else will support her? If Zaytun doesn't support her, King doesn't support her, no one else will support her. But if you give her the leaning shoulders and she can fly on you, she'll be somewhere. So from this door, you'll be the ambassadors of Mheshimiwa Umi and Keopa. Message yenye mumepewa leo mpeleke wherever you go, that we should have women leadership from now on. Hakuna mahali imeandikwa wanaume should be our MPs all the time. Kuna daktari ameandika hivyo. Then why refuse our girls to be? She has all the leadership in her. You've seen what she's done for the last 1 year when you haven't voted her. So please be the ambassadors of every woman aspirant. Akue MCA, akue governor. Let's take the message home back, because women are human in terms of naharism. The feeling that I have if I see something bad, na ile mwanaume inaweza kuwa wacha liwe liwalo, lakini mwanamke atasema bismillah ila hairo. So let's have the message back, be ambassadors of ourselves. I know everybody here anapigaga kura. How do you feel when you just leave your sister out? It's so painful, right? Assembly imejaa and you don't have a representation. You're always given nominated. Hiyo ni madharau. Umi, tengeneza forum. We will support you. Hata kama utaenda governor, we will stand with you.
First, I want to thank all of you who came. Hii mkutano kuna wengine ilianza saa 6 na kuna wengine yao ilianza saa 2, si ndio? Walakala hore. So inta sake imata horta aad ba umahadsantiin. Thank you for waiting. It coincided, unfortunately or fortunately, with the event ya waziri. But thank you for your patience.